ringside of the MLK Premier Boxing Club in Cleveland, Ohio, taking on Kenneth Austin. They call him KC, he says. He says, just call me KC. He has 16 fights. He's 23 years old. He's only been boxing for 3 years. And who do you think Kenneth Austin's best fighter is pound for pound? He's a 152-pounder. Who does this kid like? He's all about Triple G. He told me today, he said, Mr. Duncan, I love Triple G. Now, Mr. Davis, he is 10-2, and he is what you call a young man you keep your eye on in the red corner. Unanimous Davis, there he is right there. And he can fight. He comes from very good stock. He loves the game of boxing. And at 10-2, only 12 amateur fights, this young man is someone you have to watch because he continues, according to everyone I talk to, get better every round, both in a fight and in the practice ring. When he comes to practice, they say he comes to fight. So let's see what Paul has about our two fighters as they make it to the ring.
Fans, our next bout of the evening is in the 152-pound division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, representing MLK Premier Boxing Club from Cleveland, is DeMille Davis. His opponent fights out of the blue corner, representing Old School Boxing, KC Austin.
KC Austin, 16 fights, 23 years of age. He's only been boxing for 3 years. That's the young man in the blue. And of course, the young man that we've been talking about, Mr. Unanimous Davis, 10-2 as an amateur. Davis, they say, is the complete package. You know, sometimes you can hype a kid up so much that you just get eager to see him. He's that kid I've been eager to see on our Best of the Best boxing series, King and Queens of the Ring.
That's some sharp punches.
It's like Casey is not moving backwards. But Davis, once again, short little punches. Davis sticking out that pole, staying on that jab. It is the early stages here in round number 1 of a scheduled 3-round contest between these two young men in the 152-pound weight class.
Good jab by both guys. Using that jab, that's the key in every fight. Everything initiates off that jab. See, Davis got some crispy punches to the body and the head. Keeping the hand busy.
Once again, head and body combinations by Davis. And he comes again with the jab.
Like he's staying, putting the pressure on him.
Well, the difference right now, Wilkins, and I would admit, is that Casey doesn't have the foot movement to be able to get out of the way where Davis does.
Yeah, he's flat-footed. And he's the guy that's big on Triple G, right?
Yep.
We all know Triple G comes forward. He's a flat-footed fighter as well, but he's got big pop behind his punch. He's got a big back, I tell you.
Davis better watch out for that straight right hand because there is plenty of thump behind that for Casey, and I'm talking Kenneth Austin. But he better watch out for Davis' punches.
Don't like they leaving nothing in the ring.
Look at that jab that time by Davis. Pistol whipping jab. Pistol whipping.
Definitely.
That is the end of round number 1. Wilkins.
Definitely a good round. He looked sharp. Davis looked real sharp. You could tell Kenneth's trying to get inside and mix it up, but he's not allowing it with his stiff, straight speed jab. He's throwing some nice counter punches, getting in, getting out.
Explain to our audience what is a speed jab?
Well, he's basically making sure that he pops that jab in there. Right now, he's throwing some nice punches inside. As you can see, the jab is popping right out. Takes a little small step back, creates a space where his man can't reach him, but he's able to pop that jab right there again.
That speed jab right there. And he has a pretty good up jab, too.
Definitely, definitely.
Your thoughts on round number 1 of these two?
I give it to the red corner. Red corner.
As advertised, Unanimous Davis is pretty talented.
Nice punches.
And taking nothing away from KC Kenneth Austin, Davis just appears, to have more maturity in the ring than Austin at this time.
Definitely.
Austin is fighting with nothing but heart, but you've got to be careful with a kid like Austin in the blue top. The reason why, he still has good punching power. Got a wardrobe malfunction. Is talking about tying the shoe. That's exactly what Davis is getting done right now. His shoe is being tied, and now that's being taken care of. My man, Mr. Pinckney, Cliff Pinckney, the referee, taking care of things in the ring. Both fighters are committed to their jabs, Wilkins, and that is impressive so early in their young amateur careers.
KC got to step a little forward with it when he's throwing that jab. He's not able to land that right hand, so he's getting caught with the speed and the power from Davis.
Oh!
He got clipped with a left hook that time, and it got KC in trouble. And right now, this time the shoe shine, and the referee hasn't stopped the contest, but he's calling for an 8 count. And I'm talking about for the young man from the old school boxing gym, KC Kenneth Austin. And safety is the best issue when you talk about amateur boxing. That's why you have the headgear. That's why the referee has
He's walking
more authority.
backwards. If I'm a guy like Davis, you see him walking backwards, that means he's still hurt. You got to put the pressure on him.
Nice body shot that time, and a counter right hand straight down the pipe.
There you go.
But he can't get away from the combination punches of Davis. Look at that, a never left hook that sends Austin clear across the ring.
Davis got to stay on him. He's hurt.
This is when the referee seriously has to consider whether or not too much punishment is being taken right now by Austin.
He's hurt. He's not exchanging no punches. He's not throwing nothing. He's hurt.
8 count.
He's hurt. That's the right call.
Second 8 count.
Right call.
As a matter of fact, if I can look back at my unofficial calculations, those were 11 unanswered punches that time by Davis.
Definitely. Davis' job is to stay on him. The boy doesn't want to fight no more. His punches are dimming down.
And he's timing him with that left hand. He's looking for a straight overhand right because the glove is starting to drop from Austin. He knew it. I guarantee if I talk to this kid after the fight, he'll tell you I was looking for that opening, because if you look at what Austin was doing, Austin's left hand was here and it kept getting lower and lower. And right now it's right over the chin.
Top.
Go over the top. Next thing we're talking about is somebody going to sleep and somebody singing a lullaby.
Definitely, definitely.
Go ahead and explain what we see here.
Definitely, you can see Davis coming in there throwing some nice crispy hooks. Landed a nice hook, threw him off balance. That's the one that hurt him there. Right after that, he didn't throw a punch.
Now, what is the problem here with Davis? I want to see if you guys think the same thing. We just saw Davis looking effective, but how could he have been more effective? Henry, what do you think it was?
How could Davis been more effective?
How could he have been more effective, especially after that left hook? Quickly, before we move on.
I would have continued to throw the left hook.
I think Davis...
He had to sit on his punches.
He has to sit on his punches. His
all
punches
upper
were too
body
wide.
he's using.
His punches were coming from here when all his punches had to do was go straight down the middle.
No leg action.
Yeah, it all started with that left hook.
There is still a ferocity on the punches of the young man in blue.
Tough kid.
I admit, Kenneth is getting beat up, but he doesn't mind still throwing punches. See, there he is again.
Right.
Kid's got heart.
Davis has to look out for a left hook and a counter left hook in return. Look how low Davis' hands are.
Right. The kid's got heart.